Not going to be able to be successful, but Wild realized there's no one on the side. We could just start pushing down the freezer, and that's exactly what they do. Leakefak has an opportunity to hold this back down. The drops are coming through from the hatch. You saw it on the Lambs on your right-hand side of the screen. So they are getting back in position. But there is going to be an entry kill for Aces. Shaiko will start to respond. The Shaiko comes from the back with a double, and that leaves it in a 2v3 situation. Now make that just hungry with the Monty. Not the ideal situation to go for a clutch situation this way, unless that diffuser would be down. Is he going to have an opportunity to go for the fight? That's that big question. Probably not. Lots of crossfires will be set up, and if he moves himself a little bit too far over, it's the knife in the back of his shield.
Hungry finds himself on the wrong side of BDS there. Getting many kills this time, but a good effort nonetheless. Wild looking to get themselves established now. They've got Master Closet open. They're inside of Trophy, but so is Shaiko. He's going to find his man from Attic. Leakefak onto Aces, and all of a sudden BDS...
To gain some momentum on the side of Wild. And now as the Attic has fallen, that's exactly what they need to be afraid of. But Leakefak just in time swaps over, instantly goes on the hunt, but he gets shut down by Hungry.
Hungry's got it all to do now. 1 versus 4 becomes a 1 versus 3. He's trying to push in with the Capitao, but it's BDS there once again with the final kill. 2 rounds, 2 final kills for him, and that's going to close out another attack from Wild. Finding some kills they could just do with leveling up the man count here if they want to hold on. They've done well for the last 45 seconds, but that was almost inevitable, it seemed, as Leakefak gets taken down from above. Wild have done some great vertical work, but there comes Shaiko with a double, with a triple. It just seems like he's on one of those days, Hap, where he won't be beaten. BDS, he manages to find one, and all of a sudden in a quick swing it's a 2 versus 1. It's Packbull. He's got BDS to beat, and Shaiko goes for a 4K on the round. How do you play against that? I really think you're right here, Hap. I think Wild have missed this. They've not accounted for that player being up above, and like you say, he's just waiting for his moment here. Teb manages to get one, and there's the freebie for Shaiko. He's going to drop, surely not! Switches to the pistol and gets a freebie onto Aces from behind. 15 seconds left to go, and all of a sudden Wild are in a position once again where they're trying to hold on, but they just can't. The fingertips are slipping off the cliff. After Lems and BDS find 2, and Lems with a final kill. BDS 4-0 so far, and we've
seen it work on border quite successfully, so why not try and bring that pace?
Exactly, that looks like it's going to be Whitestairs push. Up goes the Blitz. The Banshee will signal his position up at the top. Leakefak manages to take down Aces though, and we've got Shaiko on the Warden, which is going to make it difficult for the Blitz potentially, should he push deep enough in. But Hungry is going to start getting that diffuser down. Leakefak is going to need to make a move here. He's actually going to be taken out. The cover is there. BDS, he manages to stop it going down. Manages to get the kill. 3 versus 2.
Make that 2v2. BDS quite low on HP due to the C4 and a fire that was down. They'll not go for an actual reattempt on the plant. Teb finding himself close to the big window, might be eyeing a jump in, but the Lambs is going to be watching that unless he goes off at the very wrong angle. Needs to be careful to not expose his feet though. Packbull's now moving up as well. They're trying to time this all together. That's one jump in, might have been heard. There you go, the pre-fire comes in, the Lambs will land the first. And now it's only up to Packbull in a 1v2 with 9 seconds left on the clock. All they need to do is stay alive on the BDS side. A little bit of damage comes down from BDS, who gets the final kill as well. And they again fend off a bit of a rush attempt from Wild and make it 0-5. Now going to go on a bit of support because they know that someone could be coming up from the big window. Jags is pushing in from inside of the Attic. The mirror and those are the Candelas are starting to come down. Renshiro gets the first, and the Lambs is just hiding. Now they need to go in together to try and take him down, but look at the time he's already wasted. Oh, he gets a kill out as well! Managed to find one, didn't know about the second on the window, but that's more than he should have gotten at that point when it was fully flashed.
Absolutely, Lems has got away with one there.
Chiro is going to try and take the fight as they open up, but they expose themselves just slightly. Flashbangs coming through, the pre-fires as well. Renshiro will drop. Is there a reply from the side of BDS instantly? The answer seems to be no. So the showers have been yielded over to Wild to try and work with here.
The big problem now for Wild is that clock. 15 seconds left to go. 2 versus 1 as BDS and Aces directly trade each other. Teb does not have diffuser in hand. He's going to be trying to find kills, and it's the same situation. We've seen Wild in a couple of times. Ultimately, who else to finish the round? Shaiko pops out, gets his kill, and that is going to be a 6-0 start for BDS. Around trying to get himself into tricky positions. He's going to take up what I like to call the Parlou position down at the bottom of Laundry Stairs. another player that we've seen use that so fantastically. Aces is going to be able to shut that down. That's great for Wild, because what it does is it alleviates pressure from one side. But Shaiko comes in, manages to find one. It's trade for trade here as we find ourselves now in a 3 versus
2 on the board. It's going to be the big worry out here. So Renshiro digs himself in deep, has a good angle, finds one of the C4 carriers. Now he needs to cover up the second to allow BDS to go for a potential plan. But at the meantime, also cover up the hallway that's currently being explored. He will find one. There's a lot of shots, and Renshiro will find all 3 from the hole made by the Maverick early on. And we find ourselves with a 7-0 scoreline on the first map.
Certainly not the start that Wild will have been looking for. BDS just on another level. Not only the wall open, that looks like it's going to be the next job. Breeder is going to be approaching there, try and get inside of Geisha. As you said, there was a bandit ban, so that's going to be at least some of the denial utility unavailable. Nade goes out. Shaiko going to be caught out by Packbull, though. That's great patience from Wild there. Certainly not panicking at the explosives coming in, and a good opener. But once again, we see that turnaround from BDS. Those verticals can be. Jegs is giving his life to hold on to this, but what a great job he's done. 2.5 minutes have been burnt, and BDS have been unable to get themselves established in there.
Lems just finds a kill before Jex finally finds him, however, so a 2-on-2 still active. Bit of a spread from BDS. BDS staying quiet, careful. Leak Effect deciding to actually drop down. Has the opportunity to catch one off guard. Knows there's a player on that main stairs. The flashbang will not actually catch. Hungry is a very tight angle to work with there. He needs to be careful because he's just been spotted. Needs to rotate up now, and that means there's an opening on the side. 9 seconds. They need to jump in the window from the kitchen. Is there a Frostman out there is a big question as the EDD picks up Leak Effect. Yes, there is, but they managed to avoid it.
No way that this plant gets stuck, and we're going to see Jags taking him down. What a round from Jags.
We're playing this close with the shotgun. It's going to be making sure it's going to be very difficult to get that first kill out there for Shaiko. Renshiro does it instead. Finds Tep. That's an opening. Now needs to go aggressive due to the magnet out there. Packbull forced off slightly. Jags and Aces both find kills for themselves and put Wild back in the advantage here.
Very difficult round for BDS to come through and win now. 4 versus 3, 25 seconds left to go. Smoke canisters being deployed, time being wasted, and another well-played defensive round coming in from Wild. A really good command of the map. You know, they've decided which areas they've given up. Shaiko manages to get around the corner and get the kill, but not before Packbull can pull the trigger. That's a freebie for Leak Effect 2v2, but 4 seconds left to go. They're going to have to stick this plant. Leak Effect, he's on the cover. He might just be able to do this. What a kill that! He manages to find Aces. It's 2v1, but somehow Leak Effect, he wins it out in a flurry of kills at the end of the round. And Wild, honestly,
about this, sees the leg, and that's going to be a kill for him. Instantly moves up the main stairs to try and find more.
Great play from Leak Effect there. As you say, just getting himself established up at the top of drum stairs. He's got a ping. He's got so much information ahead of him, but he gets beaten to it. The Warden gets taken down. Challenges through the soft floor. Can't find the foot there. But ultimately, they know that the Warden is down. They're going to take him out. Eventually there, they manage to get the kill, and it will be attributed to Leak Effect. Triple on the round. Renshiro finishes things off, and another good attack onto Karaoke and T from BDS. Wild, a little bit more sort
of... Really any safe space for the defenders to be in anymore, because soon they're starting to shut down on them. Lems gets the very first. Jags is a very strong position right here underneath the Dragon. It's very difficult to challenge this, so a grenade gets tossed right over, deals damage enough for him to actually get the injury, so an effective 3-on-3 is active now before Aces takes down Shaiko.
What a great double from Aces there, just to keep Wild on top of things here. 4 versus 2, effectively 3 versus 2 with Jegs being down. I don't think there's going to be an opportunity to pick him up. Renshiro is aware that the player is down, will therefore finish him off. You don't want to leave him gathering information. He becomes like a live camera at that point, if you will. Going to be challenged by the Clash now, and the EMP we saw just caught out. Breeder does manage to find Aces though. 2 versus 1 as Packbull picks him up in a trade though. It's all up to Renshiro. To a degree, he can ignore the Clash if he can find this first kill, but with 7 seconds left to go, time is the big factor. Manages to take one, not going to be able to get a diffuser down, and that is going to be the round 1 out by the Clash shield that I can at the minute to prevent that being the case. It's been an impressive performance on the whole so far, but as I say that, Teb just steps out and gives himself away a little bit cheaply to LMs.
This is the kind of angles I'm talking about as Shaco's found himself inside. He's taken quite low, finds a kill, deals a lot of damage to Hungry as well in the meantime though, so he continues to pre-fire. Ace is looking for an angle with the shotgun out there. Grenades are being tossed in, but the injury comes through. Finds the kill somehow with a grenade still before Aces finishes him off. 2-4, 1-4 coming in right now as it's only up to Jegs to try and make that clutch stick. Make sure he's not walking out of that room. Plant goes down. As he goes through that smoke, he's looking to go aggressive. He's going to get fully flashed, potentially. No, he just finds the kill instead, but doesn't expect a second player up there. Liquefact, with a bit of a scare, will find himself with the final kill of the round.
I think Liquefact might have just got a little bit lucky there.
Shaco's finding himself on the back stairs out here, has the opportunity to either go below onto the actual side, but Jags finds himself over, actually gets the kill onto Shaco, and now has the opportunity to rotate back to wherever he wants to be because the Geisha is receiving quite a lot of pressure out here, and taking small amounts of damage as well as Liquefact is slowly creeping himself towards the side as the rest of BDS seems to fall apart.
Another round that is being dominated by Jegs on this site. Got himself 2 kills so far. Aces manages to pick up Liquefact. It'll be a flawless round for Wild, and what a response to at least close out that half. 3-3 give themselves every opportunity coming into the second half of things here.
Eye up a drop to come back on right behind him on the black stairs if that's where they're pushing from. Oh, what?
Jegs, if he has his gun in his hand, he gets the kill there. Ultimately, it's going to be Packball that manages to find Liquefact. Renshiro watching the top of Black Stairs is going to be challenged, manages to down 1, finishes the kill. Can he find himself a second? He knows that the push is coming. 4v1, he's going to have to find 4. 1 more will not be enough. Can't find it as Jegs picks him up on the angle, and that is a fantastic start to the attack for Wild, as I said, on the Overwatch.
There it is. First Candela is about to be coming through. It's going to be all the way in as they're trying to go quickly inside of Geisha. Shaco finds one before he gets shut down by Teb. And I believe they're already inside with the diffuser right now, looking to make and find some space to get the diffuser on the ground. Exactly. Hungry out there has the opportunity to go for a plant.
Going to be kills raining in on both sides here. Liquefact the latest, finding Jegs 3 versus 3. Hungry is going to be able to stick the plant. I'm not sure BDS were aware, or at least not in a position to be able to do anything about that. And with the one underneath, the Solace of Liquefact would have been able to see that, but was otherwise occupied. Packball now on the Overwatch with that glass scope. Should make life a little bit easier for him. This is looking good for Wild at the minute. 17 seconds left to go, and BDS, they have been unable so far to find any kills.
Tab is right in front of the line of sight of Hungry out there. Tab finds a good kill. Liquefact now the last man standing. There's no way he could have gone for the jump out there. That's what he was eyeing up. He needed to actually go for it because there's 2 people still left on the rappel, and as the time basically runs out, we're going to find ourselves with a 5-3 lead for the side of Wild. A quick plant was attempted out there. I mentioned it in the first round. If you want to go for it, this is the one opportunity, the one spot where he held back up. So he's going to be taking that into hand, trying to get himself quite close to go up the hatch. But Shaco finds the very first onto Jegs. A lot of them are giving away their positions though. Shaco finds a second. He's aware of the fact that someone was around on the Geisha balcony, but with 30 seconds left, Aces is going all the way around. I'm wondering if he has enough time for it, as Tab and Hungry both on the balcony right now, not seeming to go for rappel-ins from below.
So I think Wild just stalling out a little bit there, not really able to work themselves into the position they wanted to be. Things like the mirror window are going to make it very difficult for them to potentially be able to plant inside of Office. BDS have just held their positions well. They've made Wild do the work. Shaco does the work on Hungry, manages to get a beautiful kill. Liquefact, BDS will finish things off. BDS, they come back with a flawless round of their own, and that puts them back in the game. It's 4-5 now.
Instantly reply. Aces on the opposite side is trying to find a kill and will find the headshot as well. That's an opening instantly replied to though by Liquefact. So an even trade comes through. BDS on the hunt to try and fight Hungry, but the old air show actually pops him off. The quick extend, but not able to instantly go for the fight afterwards.
BDS, he's just dancing around inside the site, knows that there's a man on the window. There's not going to be any direct cover here. BDS in a bad spot. He's being bullied by the Monty. Just needs to be careful. Oversteps, and Teb takes full advantage of it. Shaco unable to provide cover because of the angle. Hungry's got an opportunity to get in and get the diffuser down. This has been well worked so far, and that is the difficulty, but somehow Shaco manages to get the nitro out of hand. The cover wasn't sufficient, and BDS all of a sudden accelerate through kitchen and barbecue Barbecue towards taking round 10 and leveling things up. It's 1 versus 3. Packbull drops and is dropped as BDS take round 10 and level things up 5-5. This is unbelievable play from BDS. 2 times now they've managed to get players back on their feet, and that could come back to bite Wild.
Oh, there we go. Teb gets taken down from the balcony now. The pressure of Geisha is removed. Chaiko on 20 HP finds Packbull as well. Just a single shot is all he needed. Aces moves up, finds one. Turns the balance a little bit here, but they still need to find an extra man to find themselves back in the lead as Jax takes some damage. Leakefek is holding a tight angle while don't really have much to go on here.
Aces knows that there's a man inside of Barbecue but can do nothing about it. Jags is going to be taking damage from a smoke canister there. Has to try and put the diffuser on the ground, but the only way it's going down is when he drops it from his dead hands as Brede manages to find the kill that wins the round, and that is going to be BDS giving themselves the map point. 3 rounds in a row, Hap, and it looks like they are a runaway train at the minute. There is no stopping them.
Is now on its way. A risky move, but it will pay off. They are going to get that multi-shield back up and running, but look at the HP. Just a single impact, just a single C4, just a little bit of damage, and it's over as Leakefek finds Jags.
Bold strategy cut in the Monte. Let's see if it pays off for them. Hungry is able to stick this inside of the smoke. The nitro is too late and in the wrong place, and that is plant down somehow for Wild in amongst all the chaos, and we find ourselves now 4 versus 2, 3 versus 1 as kills rain in. The Monte will go down. It's all up to Renshiro. So much work for him to do and so little time. 22 seconds left to find the 2 kills and have the time that he needs to be able to disable that activated diffuser. I think he just has a look towards potentially long arming it, but instead sits right on top of it. He's going to go for it. I'm not sure if they're aware. He had the opportunity to stick it, but no. Aces steps around, finds his man, and we are going to overtime. They're just trying to force that Monty forward, trying to get Hungry inside of sight. They're able to do it. There's another smoke this time, much more useful, and the plant is going to be going down. They're going to lock this out. They're going to get it done, and that is once again BDS allowing that diffuser down onto the ground. They need a big retake here, Hap.
I don't know how they let it happen again. Like, they've done it 3 times now where they just managed to get the Monty in, they start going for the defuse, and they somehow get it down on the ground. Now, Renshiro gets himself taken down. It's only up to Teb and Packbull now in a 2-on-2 situation. The repels are out there, which makes it very difficult now to stop this from happening. They need to have this cover on point, which isn't there. Tab is going to be getting 1, and that means this round is basically won for the side of Wild as it confirms the last one. They are now the ones with a map point in their pockets.
Let's see if they can close it out where BDS could not waste time, and this time BDS have been able to remove him at the halfway mark. It's 5 versus 4 and BDS need to keep pushing. They need to keep the pressure on.
Aces trying to go for some fights here. Will find one, but will give away his area of expertise currently as it finds a second as well. It's being swung on by Chaiko, who gets the tray, but instantly found by Packbull up from the back stairs.
Area, but they just really don't need to be taking any unnecessary fights. They're just trying to hold a couple of verticals, see if they can get themselves a cheap kill, and there it is. Teb gets himself a freebie onto Leakefek, and this one is almost certainly done here, with Wild likely to take us all the way into a 3rd map. It was maybe a little bit unexpected going up against BDS on their map pick, but there is still Brede to contend with. He's going to try and get that diffuser down, but he's going to be pushed here. They've played this perfectly, have Wild. They need 1 kill. Brede tries to go for the men, can't find them, and that is going to be Wild winning on Skyscraper with a great performance against BDS in the 2nd map, pushing us all the way to 3. Taking 0 damage along the way. Hungry, he's just holding that long angle still that he managed to pick up Chaiko from. Information there, just misses his shot at the post, but Packbull wheels around, manages to predict the movement, and Leakefek can't get away with his life that time. Aces onto Renshiro as well. Brede down effectively now. 1 versus 2 for Ilems.
Has a ping, knows where he is, behind that wall. But the second player is going to be that big question mark. Where is he? You know, he was downstairs just a second ago, and there it comes. Hungry leans in, gets the final 2 kills, and Wild The Magnet's just out there everywhere and not having any other utility to tossing in first to see if there's anything that catches it, nor having a drone in position to try and take it out. Liquefact taking a lot of damage, is going to be burned, just like BDS as he gets shut down. There's only one member left on the side of BDS. Renshiro up above, 13 seconds, no diffuser in hand. This should be a very comfortable win for Wild out here. They're able to get their second round on the board, and there's nothing BDS can do about it.
I feel like BDS are in real trouble here, in all honesty. We're just quickly enough, Aces just holding that angle, manages to find a few shots. Can he get his man? It would also level the man count. He's got good cover here inside of the train, but he is being pressured from multiple angles. Does get one before being traded out. Packball's going to be collected, but Shaiko's getting the diffuser down on the ground. It's going to be too little too late for the players underneath. Both the Pulse and the Solis were there to try and prevent the plant, but were unable to do so. Lems picks up Packball and it's all up to Teb. He was collected. He's on about 10 health now. Manages to take out the Claymore, but can find no more as Shaiko, he's going to slay from far away, picks up his man onto White Stairs, and that is going to be a round for BDS. Jegs all the way down at the bottom of White Stairs now. Hungry manages to pick up Renshiro, 4 versus 4, as Wild fight their way back into this one. Time is ticking down. Lem's trying to get some sort of angle, some sort of access into sight. Does he know about Jegs lurking, waiting underneath him though? That's going to be the big question. Breeder, he's managed to walk in. Happy's going to get this diffuser down here. I'm not sure there's much that they can do about it. Wild are trying to push across. They're trying to challenge from pillars, but they can't find anybody. And the diffuser will be successfully planted. 4v4 damage starts coming down onto the BDS players, but they should have sufficient numbers to hold on to this.
They definitely have a lot of numbers, but they're starting to lose the top floor control, and the players on the actual side are stuck as well. They cannot get out there. It's only up to Brede and Liquefact right now. The diffuser's plant is closed. There's a lot of verticality out there. Brede gets one, but instantly fired upon by 3 other members. The counter diffuse is now active. A flashbang will be tossed out, but there's 3 players out there. He runs out of ammo, Liquefact, and that means that Wild are able to get the counter diffuse on because he flashed himself. I think it was a flashbang being tossed in, which is why he activated it, but instantly moving on the back of it. Oh, that's the backpack of Maestro spotted out by Liquefact. We can actually not see that. We'll find Aces though, and a Yokai drone right afterwards. A lot of damage done there by Liquefact, but look at that. 30 seconds left on the clock. What control do you have? It looks like they want to go in from the freezer. They find themselves in there with 3 players now. A little bit of team damage done, but there is going to be Teb out there, instantly taken down by the hop-up. Opportunity for the plant arises now. A Yokai drone still in place, has the opportunity to stall this for at least a little bit, will do that now, tries to relocate to get another stun off, and it doesn't seem like anybody's ready to instantly take it down.
The second stun comes in. Brede is going to have to stick this one this time. Is likely to as the cover is in place. Renshiro manages to get hungry. It's all up to Packball. Can't find the first. It's Renshiro again. And BDS able to keep themselves in the fight. 3-2 on the scoreboard.
Doubt now, like, are they still here? Am I currently being encircled by the BDS players? So Packball's choosing for a different route.
Just going to activate that scanner once again, as you say, try and get a clearer picture of whether he's being crept up on or not. Aces manages to take Brede, who's looking for the skylight drop, and it's all Wild.
Hungry.
It is all Wild. 4 kills inside about 2 seconds. Lems manages to get one. He's going to maybe have to push through the laser gate. No, he's going to move forward instead. He does have time to be able to reposition and relocate himself here, but shots are coming in. I think there's a good idea of where Lems is located. He manages to find one though, but it does give away his position. 2v1, diffuser in hand now, but Wild should be able to close this out.
30 seconds. It's an opportunity to plan. There is time to do so, but the player down below, and Packball now given a call. He is on top of the bar. You have the opportunity to go for the swing, and Impact will distract him, but as he gets 1 kill, Lems, it's instantly Packball that shuts him down as he exposes himself a little bit too much. Yeah, no, and just look at that. The keeper barriers have blocked off the White Stairs completely. Now, Wild not actually trying to go for any push out there. Aces is still down below, but I believe there's a second player out there as well. Liquefact still hiding with its C4. Actually, no, has used that. It's the pre-deployed, I believe. It's ready to blow up whenever he gets the call, but he still has an SMG, he still has a shotgun, and the opportunity, most importantly, to rotate up red. Aces is going to be walking right to those keeper barriers. He's going to be blocked off for a while. The smoke canisters are wasting a lot of time. Liquefact right behind him finds one, needs to find a couple more, but the round seems to be done for the side of BDS as they win it, with Renshiro locking them off in the end.
Yeah, it's on the inside of the frame, won't get his man, hasn't managed to find any kill yet, and here go Wild. Packbull is inside of the site, he's able to try and put the diffuser down, but Renshiro is there to prevent it. An immediate trade, but it was just a little too late. 30 seconds left to go. Wild, they need to recover the diffuser, and they're going to have to think about how they get it down.
Shaco just taken down from the red stairs. That alleviates some pressure. That means these last two most likely on the site. Teb starting to open up. Doesn't quite see the player above. Oh, there it goes. That's Leakefak. Manages to somehow jump his way out, but Ace is out there to catch him, and Teb with a quick response as the wall gets opened up beside him. He quickly finds himself a couple shots down, and Wild able to put themselves 5-3. He makes a small noise. He's listening for something, doesn't really hear anything. In the meantime, though, there is going to be assaults coming down from right underneath him. Are they aware of it? As BDS finds one tap, instantly responds to him. Aces finds a kill as he was pushing onto the side, and they find themselves in the middle of it.
This is going in Wild's direction at the minute, 4 versus 2. They might find themselves on map and series point if they continue. Leakefak manages to take down Aces, activates the scanner, but can't pick up on any gadgetry around him. Looking particularly for anybody droning, I think, just trying to get any information he can. Out goes an impact. Beautiful kill there onto Teb. Well aware of the player's position in behind the bookcase, leaving us 2v2, but the diffuser did go down, and that is now Hungry picking up more important kills. And all of a sudden, with top floor control as well, it's looking good for Wild. Clears out that Claymore, but it will not be enough as Hungry finds the final kill from inside of Freezer, and that is going to be Wild on map and series point. Back storage, particularly through towards Cocktail. That's the angle that you can see there. BDS just a little bit nervy perhaps here, a little bit of movement back and forth, but not really much they can do. They've set the stall out, Hap. They've just got to wait for the attack to come from Wild, but they are not in bad positions here, and you just feel like this should be a round that they are winning. Packbull has diffuser in hand, but with only 20 seconds left to go, it's going to be difficult for him to get into a position realistically to put that down. He's trying to push his way forward now into that default spot behind the small bar. Is he going to get the opportunity to take some damage? He will start putting the diffuser down. The cover is there. Wild could do this, and what a turnaround it would be. Hungry Jegs managed to get 2, but Breedy, he finds the planter, but not before the plant goes down. Does find Jegs as the last man, and that is going to be BDS taking it right down to the wire, but able to keep fighting on Cafe.
Basically not care about any of those flashbangs that roll in. But BDS, they need to hold on tight now as Leakefak comes in, finds a kill. That's the top floor control gone out of the hands of Wild.
You can hear those candelas going off as Hungry tries to push in from the bakery side behind that utility. Breedy with a big shotgun kill onto Jegs. Elems finds Packbull, and it is round BDS as Elems finds another inside of the site, and we are at 6-5 now as BDS wake up late in the game here on Cafe.
That means a direct line of sight onto Shaiko has now opened up. And they're running out of time, Wild. They really don't have any control yet, but that top floor, they need to make something happen. Just look at how stacked up they are as Teb will find the very first kill.
Manages to find Elems. Leakefak, he levels things out at 4 versus 4. This is going to be a bloodbath at the end as Jegs finds Shaiko. 4 versus 3, 20 seconds left to go. BDS trying to hold on, but it's not looking likely as Jegs manages to get a second, and who else would it be to power Wild towards a victory? A great game and could end with a great round, but Breedy, he steps up and finds one. Hungry on the trade, it's Renshiro, 5 seconds. He just needs to hold on. The diffuser is planted. It is now a 1 versus 2, having to find the kills. They know that he's up above. The drone spots him out, and right now Wild are playing this super smart. They've got themselves in positions that will be difficult to find from above, and they are just burning time.
The goo mines are popping off, and 20 seconds left is not enough. Tab will find a kill. They will move on. They qualify themselves for the grand finals of the last chance qualifiers. 1 game away from the major on their first stage in Europe.